There are several different ways to price your house. What realtors do is called a comparative market analysis, what you might call looking at comparables. That's basically what an appraiser does also, but an appraiser gets a lot more meticulous by adding and subtracting dollars as compared to what features each house has. Like if it has a 3rd-car garage, it might add $7,000. If it only has 2 bedrooms instead of 3, he might subtract $5,000. Now, you don't have to get all that detailed. So what I do is I'll just take the price per square foot per house, and I'll use that to accurately find a price for a house that I'm listing. So I'll take the comparable houses around me. I'll find out the price per square foot for each one of those houses by dividing the cost of the house by how many square feet it is. And then that'll be the average price per square foot. Then I'll take those 3, 4, 5, or 6 homes, however many I'm using. I'll add up all those price per square foot and divide by the number that I'm using, whether it be 3, 4, 5, or 6. And I say 3, 4, 5, or 6 because that just depends on how many I can find that are close enough comparables. 6 is a good number to use, but if you can't find 6, you get as many as you can. Anyway, so then I'll take the average price per square foot of those homes and I'll apply that to the house I'm pricing if that house is in average condition. Now, if that house is in really fantastic condition, like it's been kept updated over the years, it has all the latest features in it, I'll raise that price to the highest price per square foot on my comparables. And I will even take into consideration market conditions. So now in July 2020, the housing market is super hot. So I'll look back and I'll see at what rate home prices have been rising, whether it be 2.4%, 2.6%, 3%, whatever, for the last 6 months to a year. And I'll add that on also. And that's how I'll find a price for that house. Now, if the house, say you moved into the house in the 80s and you've never touched it, you still have green and orange shag carpet, well, then you'd be looking at a house below average price per square foot, and you would want to price that accordingly too. The important part is when you're doing it to your own house is to be honest. Maybe even get an outside opinion. Get your neighbor over there or your friend, show them the work you've done and say, what do you think? Another way to get your house, get a price for your house is to hire an appraiser, but that's expensive. That would be the most accurate. But again, it's really expensive. Here in Kansas, that'll cost $500. And sometimes appraisers will appraise homes differently when they're being hired by a homeowner than when they're being hired by a bank to appraise a house that's under contract. So keep that in mind also. Another way to price your house is through algorithms that all these companies are using. We use Zillow as an example in this section a lot. So Zillow has an algorithm that they call it a Zestimate, that they figure out what they think a house is worth. Now, way back when Zillow first started, their estimates were way, way off. I mean, they were never even close. But these days, they're actually very close. They're getting better and better at it. It makes real estate agents grumble because they're not needed so much anymore. But Zillow is a good place to look to get an idea of what your house might be worth. And then you can use that once you do your comparative market analysis. Another way to get your house price is to hire a realtor to do it. Now, a lot of realtors will come to your house and do a comparative market analysis for you and tell you what your house might be a good price for your house during a listing interview. But their end goal is to list your house for you, but you don't have to hire them. Have them come over, give you a presentation. They'll even help you figure out, what in their opinion, what your house needs to be done to get it ready for market. But they'll also give you a price that they think would be a good price for it. And then you'll have a professional price analysis and you can use that. That all depends on your conscience. For me, it wouldn't hurt me at all because they're offering it, so I would accept it. But anyway, those are the different ways that you can price your house. Just always remember that whatever price you put on your house, it's very important. If you're not getting any showings or, in the first week, you're probably overpriced. If you're getting lots and lots of showings but no offers, you're probably overpriced. Don't let it sit too long if you discover that you're overpriced. Lower that price down quickly. Like we say in this section in the first video, you don't want your house to sit on the market for a long time. It's very bad for the ultimate price that you'll get for it.